Welcome to The Explainer. I am so incredibly thrilled to have you here today. If you're someone who wants to unlock the breathtaking beauty of nature, but you want to do it without the stress of logistical barriers, well, you are in the exact right place. Today, we're demystifying the logistics of visiting one of the UK's most unique nature reserves, Brownsea Island down in Dorset. Specifically, we're going to look at how this destination has been masterfully adapted for visitors with limited mobility. We'll map out the whole shebang, from specialized water crossings to all-terrain island transport, making sure your next adventure is perfectly smooth. So picture this, a traffic-free, rugged island sitting right in the middle of Poole Harbor. It's famous for wild red squirrels, dense pine woodlands, and expansive lagoon habitats. Honestly, your first thought might be, okay, that sounds amazing, but completely inaccessible. And hey, that's a fair assumption. We usually associate untouched wilderness with, impossible terrain. But I am so excited to reveal that Brownsea Island is actually a true pioneer in accessible travel. The National Trust has invested heavily in the infrastructure and specialized equipment needed to make sure that limited mobility doesn't mean limited access to nature.
All right, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap for today. 1. Welcome to accessible Brownsea. 2. Crossing the water safely. 3. Wheels for the wilderness. 4. History walks and castle teas. And 5. Planning your accessible visit.
Section 1. Welcome to accessible Brownsea, removing the barriers of island travel.
Brownsea is famously designed to feel a world away from the busy mainland, but let's be real for a second. When you're dealing with mobility challenges, travel can sometimes bring on a lot of anxiety. You start asking yourself, will I be able to get on the boat? Can I actually navigate the paths? What if I get completely exhausted? Well, the beauty of what we're going over today is that it replaces all that travel anxiety with just pure, relaxing excitement. With the right planning, you can skip the stress and just focus on the woodland paths, those darting red squirrels, and the totally stunning views. Section 2. Crossing the water safely. Seamless water transfers. Okay, so getting to the island. There is a really stark contrast between your travel options here, and this is a total game changer. Regular passenger ferries departing from Poole Quay, they usually have a steep gangway to board, plus steep steps leading down to the covered deck, and the crew aren't actually permitted to lift occupied wheelchairs. But the National Trust's Seahorse landing craft is an incredible alternative. This vessel was custom designed for visitors with limited mobility. It's got a level side ramp for super easy boarding, and it has dedicated space for 5 wheelchair users, each with a companion. It's fantastic. If the Seahorse sounds like exactly what you need, here is the step-by-step process. Step 1. You absolutely must pre-book it. It's tide and weather dependent, so you can't just rock up to the dock. Just drop the Brownsea Island team an email or give them a call. Step 2. Instead of navigating the super busy Poole Quay, you'll head over to the Sandbanks Yacht Company slipway, which is the Seahorse's dedicated pickup spot. Step 3. You board via that perfectly level ramp and enjoy a quick, comfortable 10-minute journey straight to the island. Moving right along to Section 3, Wheels for the Wilderness, navigating the island terrain.
So the island itself is roughly 1.5 miles long, and the tracks are mostly rough gravel and compacted earth. You've got tree roots, loose stones. Sounds tricky, right? Actually, scratch that, it's totally manageable, because the island has specialized equipment waiting for you. First up is the Tramper hire. The Tramper is an all-terrain electric wheelchair with wider tires and a really powerful battery that makes exploring those picturesque trails completely effortless. There are also manual all-terrain wheelchairs you can borrow. And if you want a guided lift, there's the electric squirrel shuttle bus, which comes equipped with a side ramp and a dedicated wheelchair space.
Now, grab a pen or open your notes app because this is absolutely crucial. 01202492164. The Trampers and the Squirrel Shuttle tours are incredibly popular. While the manual chairs are sometimes available on a whim, the Tramper and the Shuttle really need to be reserved in advance. Jot that number down. Securing your mobility equipment ahead of time is literally the key to peace of mind. It means your wheels are quite literally waiting for you the second you step off the boat. Section 4. History walks and castle teas. The reward of exploration. All right, logistics all sorted. Let's talk about the fun stuff. The island offers these brilliant guided history walks that take you right through its fascinating past. As you're rolling along those accessible paths, expert guides will point out ancient defensive structures built back in the days of King Henry VIII. You'll uncover traces of the island's surprisingly bustling industrial period. And of course, you'll hear all about its most famous claim to fame, the site of Lord Baden-Powell's very first experimental Boy Scout camp in 1907. And this right here perfectly captures the magic of the island. You aren't just looking at history, you actually get to step inside it. Now, Brownsea Castle is leased privately, so it's almost entirely off limits to normal day trippers. But if you book this specific history walk, your tour finishes inside the castle walls. Imagine that, wrapping up a fascinating tour by enjoying freshly baked scones and a hot pot of tea right inside a historic fortress looking out over the sea. Talk about VIP treatment, right? Section 5. Planning your accessible visit. Essential Facilities Guide. Let's map out the final details so there are absolutely no surprises. Accessible toilets are scattered generously across all the island's main hubs: the courtyard, the visitor center, the outdoor center, you name it. You won't be caught out. As for food, the main Villano Café is incredibly accessible. You get there via a level path. Inside, the service counter is a very accessible 90 centimeters high, and the tables offer 75 centimeters of clearance underneath. They've even got a quieter patio area if you or your companion need a sensory break from the crowds. They really have thought of everything.
Oh, one super important note regarding furry friends. Because Brownsea is a nationally important nature reserve, meaning there are endangered red squirrels and delicate ground nesting birds everywhere, pet dogs are strictly prohibited. However, all recognized guide, assistance, or service dogs, including those currently in training, are absolutely welcome to join you on your adventure.
So, we've covered the seahorse craft with its level boarding, the incredible all-terrain trampers, the accessible cafes, and those exclusive history walks ending with scones in a private castle. The National Trust has done the hard work of removing the barriers. Now it's just up to you to go enjoy it. And it leaves us with a pretty wonderful thought to ponder, doesn't it? When destinations intentionally design for inclusion like this, doesn't it completely redefine who gets to experience the wilderness? I really hope this explainer has left you feeling confident, prepared, and just so excited for your barrier-free adventure. Thank you so much for learning with me today, and I'll catch you on the next explainer.